Hi, I'm Lindsey Johnson with Watson Realty. Home appraisals. What the heck are they? How can they affect your loan if you're buying a house? Can you buy a house without one? Let's go ahead and talk about what to expect with home appraisals. Let's start off by defining what a home appraisal is. This applies mostly when you are seeking financing for a loan. You are going to agree to pay a certain price for a home between you and the seller. If you're getting a loan from the bank also has to agree that the house is worth that amount of money. So they're going to do an appraisal. This typically happens after the inspections because it's a hard cost. So if you're going to cancel due to the inspections and you've already done the appraisal, you still have to pay the bank for the appraisal. What they're going to do is they're going to be pretty quick to tour through the home. It takes 20 or 30 minutes for them to walk through, take some pictures, and then they will leave because the vast majority of their work is done in their office finding other similar sales. So what the appraisal does is it values the home. It values the home based on its size, its condition, any upgrades that it has, its location, and it does that based on the surrounding area and what has recently sold. When you're seeking financing for a loan, you oftentimes are going to have an appraisal contingency in your offer. But the appraisal contingency is something to discuss with your agent as to whether or not you're going to have one. It basically protects your deposit if the value of the house doesn't come in. So once the appraiser comes and then they do their homework in the office, usually within a week or two, you're going to get those results back. And if the value from the appraiser matches or exceeds the value of the price of the house that you're buying, there's really not much else to do except to celebrate that you're on to the next phase, or that maybe you've gained a little bit of equity in your home. Where the appraisal comes in is when it comes under. So for example, you've agreed to buy a house at $275 and the appraiser says it's worth $265. You're now looking at a $10,000 gap that you've got to cover. So with the appraisal contingency, again, it protects your deposit because whether you have the contingency or not, one of four things is going to happen. If the house does not appraise, that's the lingo you'll hear, you can walk away. You can bring the extra cash to closing. You can ask the seller to reduce their price, or you and the seller can agree to meet somewhere in the middle. Any of those things can happen, but depending upon the terms of your contract and your appraisal contingency, what you're playing with is whether or not you're going to get your escrow deposit back. So be sure to check with your agent and read through your contract on that one. As the buyer, you've paid for the appraisal, you own the appraisal. The seller is not going to know the value of the appraisal unless it comes in low and you need to negotiate. So if your appraisal comes in right at value or above, do a happy dance and move on to closing. Well, that's it. Your basic rundown of an appraisal. You can love them, you can hate them. Sometimes they make your day, sometimes they break your day. But they're a huge component in securing your financing so that you can become the homeowner of your dreams. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video and you found some value in it, be sure to like and subscribe. And check out my video on home inspections where I detail what to expect and how to digest that massive report that you receive. I'm Lindsey Johnson with Watson Realty. I'll see you next time.